With her training complete, Oma knew it was time to return to Umoda and reclaim her rightful place on the throne. Somto sensed her resolve and nodded in approval. The time has come, princess. Your people need you. Together, they flew back to the kingdom, their arrival announced by the roar of the golden dragon. The people of Umoda gathered in awe as Oma descended from the skies, her dragon powers shining brighter than ever before. As she landed gracefully in the courtyard, her uncles, Prince Odelai and Prince Dim, emerged from the shadows, their eyes filled with malice. But Oma stood tall, her heart ablaze with determination. I, Oma, rightful queen of Umoda, claim my throne, she declared, her voice ringing out across the land. The people cheered, and Somto let out a mighty roar, as if to echo Oma's declaration. The princes snarled, but they knew they were beaten. Oma's dragon powers and her people's loyalty had defeated them. With a wave of her hand, Oma summoned the guards to take her uncles into custody. As they were led away, she turned to Somto and smiled. Thank you, dear friend. I couldn't have done it without you. Somto nuzzled her gently, and Oma knew that their bond would forever be unbroken. Oma's first act as queen was to summon the Council of Elders to convene a trial for her uncles. The princes were charged with treason and murder, and the evidence against them was overwhelming. As the trial unfolded, Oma's uncles showed no remorse for their crimes. They sneered at her, calling her a half-breed and a pretender to the throne. But Oma remained steadfast, her dragon powers burning brighter with each passing moment. The Council of Elders delivered their verdict. Prince Obi and Prince Dim were found guilty of treason and murder. Oma sentenced them to exile, a fate worse than death in their eyes. As the princes were led away in chains, Oma turned to Somto and smiled. Justice has been served, my friend. Somto nodded in approval, and the people of Umoda cheered, knowing that their queen was fair and just. With her uncles gone, Oma set about restoring her kingdom to its former glory. She used her dragon powers to heal the land and bring prosperity back to her people. And so, Queen Oma ruled Umoda with wisdom and strength, her dragon powers a reminder of her heritage and her destiny. Somto remained her loyal companion, a symbol of the power of friendship and courage. The kingdom flourished under Oma's reign, and her people loved her with all their hearts. And Oma knew that she would always stand for justice, her dragon powers burning bright like a beacon of hope. Years passed, and Queen Oma's reign became legendary. Her people prospered, and her kingdom flourished. She used her dragon powers to maintain peace and harmony, and her wisdom and kindness earned her the love and respect of her subjects. One day, as Oma sat on her throne, surrounded by her people, she knew that her time had come to pass on the legacy. She called for her most trusted advisor, a wise old man named Okoro, and handed him a small, delicate box. Okoro, my friend, she said, her voice weak but determined. I have kept this box safe for many years. It contains the secret to my dragon powers. I want you to give it to my successor, whoever they may be. Okoro nodded, his eyes filled with tears. I will, Your Majesty. But who will succeed you? Oma smiled, her eyes shining with a fierce light. That is for the gods to decide. But I have faith that whoever it is will be worthy of the throne and the powers that come with it. With those final words, Queen Oma closed her eyes and passed away, surrounded by her people and her loyal dragon, Somto. The kingdom mourned her loss, but they knew that her legacy would live on. Okoro opened the box and found a small, glowing scale inside. He knew that this was the key to unlocking the secrets of the dragon powers and that he would find the worthy successor to Queen Oma's throne. And so, the search began for the next Queen of Umoda, one who would wield the dragon powers and continue Oma's legacy of wisdom, courage, and strength. Okoro searched far and wide for the worthy successor, testing many young men and women for the dragon powers. Finally, after many moons, he found a young girl named Neoma who possessed the same fierce spirit and kind heart as Queen Oma. Neoma was crowned the new queen of Umwoda, and as she accepted the throne, she felt the dragon power surge through her veins. Somto, the loyal dragon, bowed to her, acknowledging her as the rightful queen. Under Queen Neoma's reign, Umwoda flourished even more. She used her powers to heal the land, bring prosperity to her people, and defend the kingdom against any threats. Okoro remained her trusted advisor, guiding her in the ways of the dragon powers and the wisdom of Queen Oma's reign. Together, they built a new era of peace and harmony, and the legacy of Queen Oma lived on through Neoma. As Queen Neoma sat on her throne, she felt a strange sensation in her mind. It was as if Somto, the golden dragon, was trying to communicate with her. Suddenly, she heard a voice in her head. "Neoma, I sense that you are troubled. What is it that weighs heavily on your mind?" Neoma was amazed. "Somto, you can read my thoughts. I can sense your emotions, Your Majesty," replied Somto. "And I am here to offer my wisdom. What is it that troubles you?" Neoma explained her concerns about the kingdom's prosperity and her people's well-being. Somto listened attentively, and then offered his advice. "Your Majesty, the answers you seek are within you. Trust your instincts and your heart. Remember, the dragon powers are not just a gift, but a tool to be used for the greater good." Neoma felt a surge of confidence and clarity. She thanked Somto and knew that she would always seek his wisdom in times of need. From that day on, Queen Neoma ruled Umwoda with even greater wisdom and strength, guided by the dragon's counsel. And Somto remained her loyal companion, a symbol of the power of friendship and wisdom that had defined the reigns of Queen Oma and Queen Neoma.
I hope you enjoyed watching The Dragon Princess. Let me know your response in the comments section below. Thank you.